Hello, here's today's thought for the day. Over the past few weeks, I have met some lovely people on the doorstep. I've been delivering food parcels for the food bank, and I've noticed it. People can feel quite ashamed or embarrassed about receiving some free food, and it made me realise that it is difficult to ask for help, isn't it? It's difficult to ask for help. One person who was homeless on the street told me that he didn't want to ask his colleagues for help. He'd been kicked out of his home and been living rough on the streets, but kept going into work. And slowly over time, he was going in more unkept and eventually lost the job. But he didn't tell his colleagues, he didn't want to ask for help at work. Now, recently I met a lovely lady who she's feeling very lonely. She's just lost her husband and been put on part-time hours, so she was feeling some financial pressure. But she actually had the courage to open up and ask for some help, even though she said she couldn't ask her family because she said she was too proud. So today's thought for the day is have the courage to ask for help, but also have the courage to receive help as well. So it's in two parts. Now, I don't know if you've heard this phrase, pressure reveals the person. Pressure reveals the person. And we're all feeling pressure, aren't we, in different degrees through the pandemic. So this pandemic pressure is increasing everybody's fears, anxieties, worries, particularly because we can't see an end to it. We're not sure when the whole thing's going to finish, and so that, to me, it seems to add more pressure. Now, did you know when they purify gold, they turn the pressure up and they increase the heat, and to the surface comes all the impurities, which are raked off, so that then they can start to see their face in the gold, pure gold. Now it can be a bit like that with us when we're under pressure. If I squeeze this tube of toothpaste, then obviously toothpaste is going to come out. So when we're squeezed under pressure, what comes out of us? Is it all negative? Is it a mixture of negative and positive things? So it might be when we squeeze, oh, I'm not going to ask for help, and all the reasons for you that go with that. Or could we change that to when I'm squeezed, yeah, I'll ask for some help. So the good news was that the lady that asked for some help now, she's having some phone calls with a lady that I put her in touch with. We're helping to declutter a house, taking some things to the charity shop, and hopefully next week we're going to take her out for a socially distanced meal if the rules allow us to do so. Now then, about receiving help. Some people feel guilty and they will stop themselves from receiving help. So psychologists have called this false guilt. Have you ever received a birthday card from somebody you hadn't sent one to, or a Christmas card and you haven't sent them one? If you're anything like my mum, she immediately starts wanting to write a letter of apology. And I'll just say, well, they love you, mum, and they were thinking about you. It doesn't mean that you never think about them. So we can rob ourselves of help, of fair treatment, of love, of success, of even respect sometimes when we feel false guilt. I remember once I put some money through a guy's letterbox as a gift, and he came running after me down the street saying, oh, I can't accept this, take it back. Some people find it hard to receive help. So today's thought for the day is have courage to ask for help and have the courage to receive help. Courage is strength in the face of pain or grief. So to finish with, Jesus said this: ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened. For everyone who asks receives, the one who seeks finds, and the one who knocks, the door will open. So together, let's try and create a more caring community, particularly in this time when we need to stick together. And remember that Jesus taught us that if we are kind and do good things for our family and relatives, that's great, and they may repay us. But try and be kind and loving to people who can't repay us. was one of his teachings as well. Okay, God bless and bye bye.